You found TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. In just a few minutes, we'll be right with you with another award-winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show. You found Radio Free Tennessee. Your Tony Basilio Show will begin momentarily. Keep it locked in right here at TonyBasilio.com and on your Tony Basilio app. And hey, do us a favor. Spread the word. Another award-winning, thought-provoking, action-packed edition of the Tony Basilio Show is coming up next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. You found the Tony Basilio stream at TonyBasilio.com or on your smartphone or tablet. Another thrilling, chilling, and sometimes spilling edition of the Basilio Show is on the way next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340 WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Tony Basilio along with you. Bino, Jeff Henderson in the house. Bino, Jeff, jump over here so they can see you on video, bro. See how pretty you is. That man is beautiful.
How's everybody doing?
We got Nominee taking
They're
care
thinking,
of us
who is
today.
he talking about?
Did I get that right? Nominee?
Nominee, that is correct.
One of the all-time name team members. We're live today here. We are live. I want to thank Corwin for taking care of us today. Corwin on the jamming on the one and the twos and the twos and the ones. Bino, kind of a, sort of a ho-hum week since last we met. Not
wow.
Really. What do you mean? Not really much has happened here.
What a week it was, Tony.
When we Bino, last week we thought Josh Heupel was just going to play out the chain and not be a fighter. And
just cruise on through.
Yeah, be like kind of a flatliner. Not exactly what happened.
And it's encouraging that it is not, Tony. No, I'm really happy with the whole process. I'm very happy with the hire. Understand the red flags that are out there. But, Josh Heupel was limited in his search to the human race. So there's going to be a few red flags, regardless of who's hired. And the ones that I've heard, Tony, are for Jim Noles are
they're all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable to think about him. Not a great interpersonal skills guy.
He will be when he meets me.
That's right. No, you'll bring him out of the show. You'll take him under wing.
Well, no, his father, Bino, was a Philly cop.
That's what I heard.
Bino, I will have him. You talk about a guy that'll be under wing. By the time I'll make a new man out of that guy.
You probably met his father in your younger years.
Well, going through police barriers and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, man. You're the son of a Philly cop. I ain't messing with you. Those people, that's a tough gig in any era. And he was up there under Frank Rizzo. I was on with Dubsy yesterday, and Dubsy says, oh, Frank Rizzo. He said, is that the old guy that used the term crumb bum? And that's correct, Dubsy. He used the term crumb bum. Thank you so much. Some reporter showed up at his thing and wanted answers, this Rizzo guy. And he says, what's the matter with you, you crumb bum? Which is a great term, crumb bum. So I can't wait to meet this Noles guy. I will have the special pipeline with him, just like we did with Vitello. Because when I put my mind to it, Bino, guess what?
I can do it.
I want your thoughts on the hire. Go ahead, Bino. And your thoughts on the developments of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, Bino, Jeff Henderson.
Said I'm really happy with the hire. Those red flags that folks talked about. His defense is complicated. He's complicated. May not eat, drink, and sleep football. But on the other side,
he's a vegan, Bino. He's a vegan. He may not eat or drink meat. I mean,
defensive coordinator that's a vegan.
He's a vegan, Bino.
Well, I'll put that. Let me write that down on the red flag over here. On the plus side, Tony, easily the most accomplished candidate.
Yep.
Very aggressive approach.
Yes.
Had solid defenses in 4 different conferences.
Let's go.
He's detail-oriented.
Let's go.
Not afraid of confrontation. Not afraid to be the bad cop. I think his hiring shows that Heupel's not the shrinking violet many feared, and it's just a gigantic upgrade from what we had before.
How could it not be? I mean, you go from Tim Banks to this guy being star?
Yeah. And the entire process was just encouraging to me, Tony. First, Josh Heupel made a move I wasn't sure he would make.
Yes.
And then not only did he make a move,
yes,
but he was prepared for the very next step before he made the move. It's obvious in how quickly this hire was made that he knew exactly where he was going when he made the move.
Yes.
So all of those things, and
yes,
the fact that he hired a guy that's difficult to manage, went outside of his comfort zone. I think that's encouraging as well. So I've got nothing but praise for what we've seen over the past week, both the firing and the hiring.
And I'll tell you this right now, the guy swerved me. because I thought they were involved with the guy on the left coast. I wasn't alone. But one thing about me, I own it. When I own it, and that is how I own it. But it's a great day to be alive and well with you. Tennessee's schedule came out last night. We'll talk more about that coming up. It truly is, and this is where we are right now, okay? It truly is extremely, extremely interesting. I was going to jump on and do a video last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do that.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it. But we're live today here at your corner of 16, which is an absolutely beautiful spot here in beautiful West Knoxville. We're at Pellissippi Parkway in Northshore. Come on out, eat some lunch, talk some sports with us. One Steve Russell, as Bino and myself are along with you today, and we're more than along for the ride, and we're pretty fired up, folks, and prepared. Mike Hugan and on the other side, and Hugie will join, and it's going to get real up in here. It's going to get real. But, Bino, this story and what's going on at Michigan is a human tragedy. And for guys everywhere, there's a term called undefeated. It's a sad thing. People just throw their lives away being over that stuff, man.
They do, Tony. They do.
Crazy. And that's a guy with a young family. That's a sad deal, man. When the full account of that comes out and people realize that could have been the worst tragedy in the history of college football.
Yeah.
A murder-suicide Michigan head football coach. It doesn't get any worse than that, does it?
No. I mean, up until this point, I think the worst thing that's ever happened surrounding college football is Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, and that's terrible.
And that one would surpass that.
Yeah, and that was a heinous, heinous thing. But Mike Hugan joins on the other side. Looking forward to breaking it down scientifically with him moving right to left across your device. As we're live today at Corner 16, it's absolutely beautiful in here. We are at Pellissippi Parkway in Northshore. I want to remind you, when you come out to eat with us today, we got the Wild Cranberry, Hold My Cosmo, Tim Banks, Hold My Cosmo, SEC, because Tim Banks is back and he is a safety coach, proving God has a sense of humor. The guys' safeties looked like they were playing, literally like they were playing blindfolded. And they hire him as a safeties coach.
Maybe as a position coach, he'll have less on his mind and more time to coach the safeties and be just an outstanding position coach.
Come and try yourself a Tuckalichi Porter. Sundays we have half-price bottles of wine. We got red, white, Zinfandel, and champagne. Soup of the day today is bacon grilled cheese and soup. I do recommend the soup of the day is street corn chicken chowder. They've got it in a cup and a bowl. Bino, I'm going to tell you something. I kind of rock and rolled with some street corn dip last week. That is phenomenal. I ain't going to lie to you. Prime grade ribeye steak as well. We've got that today. We've got the ahi tuna poke bowl. Herb-crusted baked cod, melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Chicken burger sliders today. Chicken Caesar wrap today. We got the hanger steak, which my man Bino, I might have to treat Bino to a hanger steak today at lunch. And pumpkin cheesecake. You can wash it all down with some pumpkin cheesecake. And also, when you come by, find out about the holiday feed pack, which we have that has both turkey and also the prime rib. But in the meantime, any other thoughts, Bino, before we take a timeout and get Hugie in here?
Oh, just the schedule reveal last night, Tony, and
Yep.
And we knew it was going to be a really difficult schedule, and as some of our listeners who are already here mentioned, if you think this one's tough, wait until the sites flip next year and you're going on
or
the
2
road.
years.
Yeah, year
2
after.
years.
Yes.
Yeah.
2027.
Because we got to get used to that. That's right. It's
they go off
year.
and then they come back
That's
on.
Right.
Okay.
On and off. On and
so
off.
28,
on and off. On and off. Yeah.
28. Well, we better not look forward to that.
And I like that because the cross section, it gives you a chance to play.
Yeah,
everybody.
I agree. I like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I like that.
We're going to take a brief time out. We're going to come back with more. Bowl games begin this weekend. You got that game in L.A., ladies and gentlemen. They've already announced it's their last one. You like bowl season? How just ridiculous it is. Brazel opted out. Not a surprise. There will be at least 2 more opt-outs from Tennessee. There will be another defensive player you're going to see opt out shortly now that that's begun. And I think you'll see 2 more defensive players opt out.
Carter already gone? Is Carter already out?
Has he announced it?
No,
I don't know.
I don't
but
know.
I think he will.
Okay. So McCoy and Brazel so far.
Oh, well, McCoy I wasn't counting.
Yeah, he's not playing. But
Josephs is the guy I think is going to opt
all right.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's right.
Do you blame these guys? I don't.
Not a bit.
No. Because what do the games mean?
Yeah.
And what do the coaches show you what the games mean? The coaches are the ones who've been doing this for years. And the players finally wised up and said, hey, doesn't matter to the coaches and doesn't matter to the players. What should it mean to the fans? Really?
Yeah.
Should they even count it in your final record at this point?
Go back to the old days where it doesn't count?
Yeah. Makes me sad, Bino. I still love bowl season. Brief timeout. We come back with more on the other side. We're at the corner. We're at Northshore. It's corner 16, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking it down with you scientifically. Come out. We're in the bar area. They've even let us set our speaker up in here. We're going to have some fun. As we continue with more after this. Living Vol fan, make Alumni Hall your one-stop shop for all your Vol fans on your shopping list this holiday season. There's nothing better than getting your favorite Tennessee gear under the tree. Picture it, a nice polo shirt, a new hoodie, something for the man cave. Pop in and see my friends at Alumni Hall. Best selection of Tennessee gear. Alumni Hall, 3 Knoxville locations. Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, or online at alumnihall.com. It's easy to have a big orange Christmas. And happy holidays from everyone at Alumni Hall. The ultimate volunteer shopping experience. Alumni Hall. Calhoun's invites you to leave the cooking to us all holiday season long. Between now and the end of the year, feast without the fuss when you host at the holidays. Don't you dare cook. Go absolutely next level with this offer. Between now and the first of the year, Calhoun's is offering an incredible deal on delicious turkey or prime rib dinner. You could feed from 5 to 10 people at your home holiday gathering, not lift a finger of preparation. The turkey dinner comes with amazing sides like mashed potatoes, peas, melt-in-your-mouth gravy, dressing to die for, fresh rolls, cranberry sauce, and homemade cheesecake. And the prime rib dinner features amazing melt-in-your-mouth prime rib, fresh mashed potatoes, au jus, green beans, gravy, rolls, horseradish sauce, and delicious fresh baked cheesecake. This amazing offering is available now through the new year. Call to place your order today. More information found at holidayfeedpack.com. Again, that's holidayfeedpack.com. Feast without the fuss this holiday season with Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. mind. Gufan Moving and Storage are pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gufan Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gufan.com. That's Gufan.com, or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gufan Moving and Storage.
Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Holiday cooking? Holiday guests? Your drains will be working overtime. Avoid clogs and backups this holiday season with Pipe Wrench. We'll clear your clogged drain for $99. Guaranteed to work or it's free. With Pipe Wrench Home Services same-day service guarantee, our certified plumbers get there fast and have the tools and expertise to clear the most stubborn clogged drains. And if we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Have other plumbing or HVAC problems? We make it easy with free on-site estimates on replacements and free second opinions on repairs. So call or schedule your appointment online at pipewrench.com and we'll clear your clogged drain for $99 or it's free. We are committed to keeping your home cozy and worry-free this holiday season. Pipe Wrench Home Services, trusted in Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and neighboring communities for over 20 years. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. For residential main lines only and requires clean-out access. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
TB here with Alan of WeShipFloors.com. Tell them about it, Alan.
Hey, I'm Alan from WeShipFloors.com. Our competition's prices, well, they're going up. Ours are coming down. Our waterproof floor Supercore is the best, and right now it starts at $199 a square foot. Our warehouses are full of 4mm, 6mm, and 8mm. You strapped for cash? Well, we have our own in-house financing. Use our room visualizer and order some free samples today. Supercore from WeShipFloors.com. Best products at best price.
Like Alan said, head over to WeShipFloors.com. Use the room visualizer on the website. Drop in any of the 120 Supercore floors virtually into your room and order your free samples today. WeShipFloors.com. Tennesseans, they are us. The best product, the best price. WeShipFloors.com. T to the B back with you. It's absolutely outstanding day to be alive and well as we enjoy some lunch and talk some sports. Steve Russell. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Come on out and see us. Eat some lunch, talk some sports. Shout out to Lauren here in the bar area. And also Nominee, who we've destroyed her name. I said her name in the first segment.
Oh, yeah, we've absolutely
I said,
butchered
Bino,
it.
what was her name? When she walked over here, and he goes, I don't.
Something like Domino or
and
something.
then Bino's calling her Honore now. So she's Honore.
Domine.
What'd you call her?
I've called her everything since we've been in here.
Hey, Hugie, are you good with names as we bring you in? When you meet somebody, Hugie, do you lock it in like a steel trap, Hugie?
It depends. Generally, yes, but not always.
Hugie, what I do with a name is I will think of somebody I know by that name. Like the manager here today, the guy running the show over this whole thing is Corwin. They told me, right? So I thought of Corwin James. I always think of somebody like a Corwin, and that's how I lock it into my brain. I use my
It's a good way.
degenerate sports memory.
It's a good way.
Who's
For
Corwin
instance-
James?
I don't know, but Bino's Bino's he got his name from Bino Cook. Thank you, my
Yeah,
friend.
it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, he got his name from Bino Cook. Thank you. You're good people, brother.
It's not very long, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let me just use the block. I'll take the block from you. Matt, you guys are unbelievable. This is unbelievable here. I'll give it back to you. I'll give it all back to you. I promise. Hugie, where shall we start? It has been an insane week here. Tennessee moves off Tim Banks, and they go to
Jim Knowles.
Jim Knowles. We've got the Michigan situation, which is just unreal. We've got so many other things that are percolating and brewing, including bowl weekend this weekend. Last night, the SEC did schedule reveals. Where you want to start today, Hugie?
How about like 10 teams, not players, like 10 teams opting out of a bowl game?
We have 10 teams that decide they don't want to participate, as Mike Hugan and presented by our friends at Gufon Moving and Storage. And we're talking about 1887, ladies and gentlemen. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move. That's 138 going on 139 years in business. That is phenomenal. So, Hugie, where shall we start? I will give you the choice.
Now, the college football playoff, I know it's weird, but it's in a way it's gotten lost because of the Michigan situation. I still am a little bit mystified as to some of the machinations that went on with the selection committee. 2 rematches in the first round there's ways around that. If you look at what Alabama's done lately, I don't think they belong in the field. Flip side, they obviously had some nice wins during the season. Notre Dame really didn't beat anybody of note. Miami lost 2 games in the ACC, which is a horrendous league. But I think the thing that bothers me most is that there are 2 rematches in the first round of the college football playoff. Alabama, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss, Tulane. There are ways around that, and it bugs me that the selection committee didn't do that.
What are the ways around it? You elaborate. You just
make Alabama the 10 seed, which would have been very, very simple. I think the problem is the weekly reveal by the college football playoff selection committee makes things far worse. I understand that it's a TV show, frankly, but I would prefer, the NCAA basketball tournament selection committee, about a month out from the tournament starting, releases its top 16 teams. I think that the college football playoff selection committee could, in the second week of November, say, here are the 12 teams currently in the field, and here are the group of 5 teams in order. and that way you don't get the tortured logic of whoever the playoff spokesman is that year. I think one thing that's overlooked, Hunter Yurachek might have been like, this is the worst field ever, but he can't say that because he's the spokesman. I think the selection committee brings derision upon itself by the weekly reveal and some of the stuff they do moving teams around. I think if there were no weekly reveal, there would have been a lot less controversy about this field.
Bino, you can't just take somebody and move them around in their seed just to say no. I mean, if you're that seed, you're that seed. Hugie wants to move people around like it's a TV show, Bino.
No, but here's the point though. You would not have known where these teams were the week before, so it wouldn't have mattered. And I would much prefer it to 2 rematches in the first round. There could be another rematch in the second round. I just think there's, the NCAA tournament, granted a hell of a lot more teams, but they can't do that. You can't have rematches in the first or second round. But I think the weekly reveal is the biggest thing. Notre Dame and Miami did not play, and yet Miami slips past Notre Dame in the final poll. I think part of that was a reaction to, if we don't put Miami in, that means the ACC, one of the Power Four, won't have a team in the field. Should that matter? Probably not, but I think that played a role. But again, you would not have known where Miami and Notre Dame were if they hadn't done this for 7 weeks in a row beforehand. The weekly reveal, I think, causes far, far more problems than it solves.
Mike, I mean, at what point do we just stop pretending and we take either the 12 or the 16, whatever the tournament comes to, the playoffs come to, 12 or 16 best teams in America?
That's what's good. I think
by ranking and put them in the tournament. No automatic berths.
Right. I think that's what's going to happen. Now that would bother me a little bit because I like the idea that Tulane could get in or James Madison could get in. I don't like the fact that they're both in. Because look at the spreads in those games. Again, we saw Ole Miss play Tulane already, and they blew their doors off. The top, I guess, I think the way you were talking about, just okay. Here are the top 16 teams there in the playoff, or here are the top 14 teams there in the playoff. I think that will be here sooner rather than later, which is a precursor of the quote-unquote Super League that everybody's been talking about since the TV deal in 1982, the top 40 or 48 teams or whatever. I mean, I think if you're Tulane or James Madison, you get to go to a bowl game or something, but you don't. Yeah, I think eventually you're not going to play for the national title.
And would that group of 5 have any recourse? Could they challenge that in any way? Is there anything out there that would
I'm sure they would try
the powers?
I'm trying to think what the rationale behind the lawsuit would be. You're a lawsuit with the likes of Akron and Kent State and Louisiana Monroe. No offense to the schools, but I'm laughing, and I'm laughing heartily. But yeah, I don't. Maybe there's a antitrust thing or a monopoly thing. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not that smart, but I'm sure there's a lawyer out there who could cook up a lawsuit over that. But again, I think that's a precursor to the eventual 48-team Super League or whatever, and that's when everything. College athletics, the idea of the amateur stuff, that's long gone. But I don't even think that they're doing the wink, nudge stuff anymore. You have the transfer portal starting about the same times classes open at the vast majority of Power 4 schools. You have the transfer portal ending after classes have been in session for a week at most Power 4 schools. So the idea that academics is a part of this is it's a joke. And I know college administrators and NCAA folks and college commissioners, still want to tout the, hey, look who made the all-academic SEC team, and everybody looks at it and goes, that's a waste of paper. Why'd you even print that out?
Mike, what would be wrong with something that Tony's touted for years and years and years? What would be wrong, other than the possible demise of the bowl games, for the group of 5 to have their own playoff? And then in one of those,
I think that potentially is going to happen. I'm not sure of the allure to TV of that. Somebody would show it, but I think the money they make from the college football playoff might actually be more than they would get from that. But I think that day is coming. Immediately as soon as the idea, once Duke won, you had everybody saying, "Oh my God, we're going to have Tulane and James Madison in the college football playoff. This is absurd." And I think that school of thought has become vastly more prevalent. And I think it's Sankey that's floated the idea of just strictly go by the rankings to fill out the field. I think that's going to happen sooner rather than later. But again, it's all about money. So whatever makes the most money, they're going to do. But next Saturday night in prime time, it's Oregon James Madison.
Let's go.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go. Opposite an NFL game.
Right.
Hey,
Hugan,
yeah.
Right. Again, and I think it's the idea of having a group of 5 team in there is, I think it's one made with a let's try to be fair here, but the fairness aspect has left the country. So I don't think anybody's worried about that going forward. If you play at Tulane or coach at Tulane or James Madison or Boise or something like that, but for the vast majority of college football fans don't want to see the group of 5 teams in there.
Hey, in the odd year when you've got a group of 5 that finishes in the top 16, they're in.
Right?
Put them in.
They're in.
Put them in.
Yep.
And you know what else, guys? You know what else you could do? Because bowl season's just getting more and more meaning. It's becoming a sham now.
Well, that's I think you pointed out. Notre Dame took a fall and went home. Kansas State and Iowa State both having coaching changes, but at the same time, they're also being fined by their league. And you wonder if players on those 3 teams wanted to play. Some of the seniors, they ain't playing after college. So I wanted one more game with my teammates and stuff, which, and that's the one thing that sort of bugs me about a school pulling out of a bowl game, because all year long, 365 days, we hear coaches and we hear players talk about, we're a family, and then we're not really a family. That's all BS. We're going to go our separate ways. There are too many bowl games. You had 5 and 7 teams that could have qualified via APR saying, we're taking our ball and going home as well. Georgia Southern's playing App State for the second time this season in a bowl game. App State's 5 and 7. They're like 9th in APR. It's ridiculous. And there are too many bowl games.
Here's my idea.
Schools are going to treat them like a nuisance. Then why are we playing these games?
And why don't we do this? Why don't we have an NIT tournament at the end of the year? Tie NIL into it.
Yeah.
And have 2 tournaments. You're either in the big boy tournament or you're in the little boy tournament. We tied the bowl games into the little boy tournament. And the little boy tournament, you get a huge payout. You go to the United Arab Emirates. We're getting involved in this basketball thing in a big way, where you get some private money from somebody. You get a huge title sponsor. You put up a winner-take-all, or if you finish in first, this is how much you get. Finish in second, third, fourth.
That's the way to do it. And I think you'd see in that situation, you have players that we don't really care about this. You'd have athletic departments and ADs going, no, you are going to play because we could use that extra. I mean, if it's $500,000 for competing, schools are going to do it. Because, again, I've used this phrase for a decade. You got schools diving on their couches for nickels and dimes, man, and you give them $500,000 or $1 million or $3 million or whatever, they're going to do it. I mean, it's like that.
Give some money to the players
basketball tournament. They gave $1 million in NIL to the winner, and schools are flocking to that thing.
And if you filter down some of that money to the players, they'll want to participate. Everybody will want to participate. I'll tell you this, guys. I don't know if you all have seen this, but this is going to come online here shortly. There is going to be something called the Royal Palm Invitational next year in Dubai.
Yeah,
It is going to be $10 million to 8 programs to appear, and then the winner of the deal, Bino, gets an additional $20 million. You mean to tell me if you did something like that at the end of this football thing with the best of the rest, that you wouldn't have people showing up in that deal to play for that money? I guarantee you would.
Yeah. K-State would be out there in that one.
Yeah.
Yes, they would. So
Yeah, they would be.
They
would get high. Yeah, they would get highly interested.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think the football one would have to go overseas. I think you could do that in the United States and actually use bowl games. But yeah, I'm looking at the bowl list. There's something called the 68 Ventures Bowl. I have no idea.
Let's go. I love 68 Ventures. Questions 67 and 68.
Don't know where that is.
Xbox. Yep.
Some of this stuff, I just don't. I don't get it.
The L.A. Bowl tomorrow, Bino.
Snoop Dogg has a bowl. Arizona Bowl.
Snoop has his own bowl. Jimmy Kimmel had a bowl. Brian, is the one they're playing tomorrow, is that the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl? Is that the one that's going under tomorrow, Brian?
That's the L.A. Bowl. And it was
that's
the one that was
sponsored by
the Jimmy Kimmel
but
Bowl
it's not
last year.
anymore. And I didn't know APR still existed.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
how do you figure APR when
everybody's leaving?
Your roster leaves every year.
It's idiotic.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bino. Now what?
that's the buckled up L.A. Bowl hosted by Gronk.
No, it's not.
Gronk this year. Okay.
Oh, God.
It's
So we're going to see.
It's a good time for them to fold it up.
We're going to see more pictures of Gronkowski than we are of the Boise State and Washington players. Super.
Well, I'm glad they've re-signed Snoop for the Olympics because he really added a lot to the last Olympiad he was involved in. He's going to be in the Winter Olympics this time. What an absolute maroon he is. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, breaking it down scientifically with you, moving right to left across your device. It's absolutely outstanding. The great Mike Hugan is in the hunt and in the mix of us. All right, Hugie, Jim Noles, Tennessee hires him. Your thoughts on Jim Noles?
Yeah, I like Jim Noles. I think the one criticism of him, sometimes, from what I've been told and talking to people, he's a little his scheme can be a little bit too cerebral at times. Like the first year he was at Ohio State, they weren't nearly as good defensively as expected. But then the second year they locked in and they won a title. This Penn State defense actually took a step back from last year. But the premise, talking to people up there, was, well, wait till next year. This is before Franklin got fired. Wait till next year. This defense is going to be locked down. So, in this area, Tim Banks' defense last year was excellent. This year it was maybe mediocre at best, and he gets fired. Noles has a impressive track record. They're getting him relatively cheap, $2 million a year. For a defensive coordinator of his stature is not that bad, considering he made 3.1 at last year at Penn State. But I think in the long run, that's a really nice hire for Heupel. He's going to have to adjust some because of Heupel's offense. Your defense presumably could be on the field a little bit more at Tennessee than it was at Penn State and Ohio State. But he is a cerebral, smart guy. In terms of his defense, he has good schemes, comes up with some nice blitzes. His team and his defenses generally are extremely physical as well. I mean, he had great defenses at Oklahoma State, for God's sake. So that's impressive.
The good thing here is, Mike, there's no way he can take a step back.
Yeah, that's probably true, right? Because this defense was bad. Obviously, the players play a role in that as well, but I think that Noles' reputation is schemes around some of the talent deficits that he has, and I'm not sure Banks did a good job of that this year.
Hey, Huggy, think about – I want a homework assignment for you. I want you to think about Josh Heupel's offense, and if you can do this off the top of your head, go for it. But we were yesterday racking our brains. It's transfer portal time, and the Vols are going to get a quarterback. And I understand the term war chest, or we've got a bunch of money and we want to go get a splash quarterback, and they've got 2 young ones I don't think are ready, and they were looking at what other teams are doing, and I guess there's no time to waste, et cetera, et cetera. Any names to you pop out that if you were Tennessee, you'd try to walk guys into the portal and see if you could do business? Last year they wanted him.
His OC's leaving. I don't know if he follows his OC or if he stays at TCU, if he looks to go elsewhere. He threw a lot of picks this year, but he throws a really nice long ball. That's an up-tempo offense. I think he's a potential transfer portal guy. Drew Mestamaker, the guy at North Texas, but I'm almost 99% sure that he's going to Oklahoma State following his coach. You hear some rumors that Kevin Jennings of SMU might leave. I'm not buying that because I think SMU can pay a lot of money. Plus, Jennings is a little bit too up and down for me. Byron Brown at South Florida evidently has 1 year left, but I think he goes with a goalish if he does indeed look to go play 1 more year and not go pro. But I think the one guy that's going to be interesting of all this is Josh Hoover. He threw 29 touchdown passes, throws the ball a lot, was in the top 5 or 6 nationally in passing yards per game. He's got some mobility. He would be an interesting guy, and again, their offensive coordinators lead.
I like the throwing the very good long ball. Where did his OC go?
Oh, man. It's Kendall Briles. Where did he go? Hold on a second. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that's fine. Because Briles went to South Carolina?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's so hard to keep track of all this movement.
Yeah. So I don't, they have, I don't know if, I guess it depends on what Lenore Sellers is going to do. And if Hoover wants to follow him to South Carolina, my presumption would be if he indeed wants to transfer, he can find schools that will pay him more than South Carolina will.
It's funny, before you get there, Bino, it's funny that last year one of the first guys, if not the first guy, that Tennessee went and talked to was Hoover.
Yeah.
If you'll remember that.
Yes.
Last year when Nico jumped, Hoover was one of the guys they talked to. The kid up at Kansas State, the running quarterback first, is the kid they talked to.
His stock has fallen off the face of the earth. He's not, let's just say his football IQ is not where it needs to be.
Well, it's shocking after watching his dad and his father have a fist fight out in the parking lot in
another
Scotland.
Guy that's interesting is C.J. Bailey at NC State.
Yeah.
Big, tall kid. That offense is not impressive, and yet he had a really good year without, Casey Concepcion was their best receiver. He left, and I'm looking at Bailey. He still threw 23 touchdown passes, completed 70% of his throws. He also played at one of the best private school programs in Florida. He's been extremely well coached. He's 6'6", but he only weighs like 210 pounds and needs to gain weight. He's mobile. He's not a runner, but he can move in the pocket. He's got a nice arm. That would be another guy because, again, NC State, they're not going to pay C.J. Bailey if he wants to leave. He's another guy who I think is a good quarterback, sort of wasted in a bad offensive scheme.
Mike, your thoughts on Colton Joseph, ODU?
I know he's already in there. Sometimes I'm leery of the small school guys that I have not seen. I know his stats look impressive. I don't think I saw more than 3/4 of ODU this year. So okay. I read one thing on this guy's really good, and I read other stuff saying, cool your jets. If you're a Power 4 team looking to get to the playoff, Colton Joseph is not the guy to get you there. So,
Bino, you've watched him some. What do you think of him? What do you think of Colton Joseph?
I'm like Mike. I haven't seen him play enough to really know. I just know they're an explosive offense, and he's a guy that's mobile, can help you with his legs and his arm, and that's something that's good in Josh Heupel's offense. But I don't know if he's the right guy.
There's also Brendan Sorsby of Cincinnati.
That's an interesting one. His parents just moved here.
27 touchdown passes, 5 picks, ran for 9 touchdowns and almost 600 yards.
What kind of
So
long
about
ball throw is he
3,400
here?
yards of total offense, and accounted for 36 touchdowns. Now, he had some brutal games.
Brutal.
But you're also, I think one thing that's overlooked, and the same thing with Colton Joseph, you need to take into account the surrounding talent. And presumably both those dudes, and Josh Hoover for that matter, if they want to transfer, are going to transfer to schools that have better surrounding talent, better offensive linemen, better receivers. I'm not sure about better running backs because TCU has a good running back. So, but that's one thing. I mean, people I think tend to, I just like Brendan Sorsby threw for 111 yards against Baylor. They won the game. He threw for 154 against Arizona. They lost. But sometimes it's not all on the quarterback. There is the surrounding talent makes a difference. And again,
well, and the other thing is,
and only 5 picks. That's not bad.
The other thing is this, right? What kind of a long ball thrower are you? Because that's the thing that I'm learning about and appreciating about Heupel's offense is you can't throw the long ball. That offense can't do what it needs to do when you spread people out. Yeah. When you tell me Hoover is a very good long ball thrower, that tells me why they went to him, and they went to him first. They went to him last year first. It'll be interesting to see if they get involved with him. The Sorsby guy, what kind of long ball does Sorsby throw, Hugie?
He had 7 games this year where his yards per attempt were at least 8.5, which is not bad. His completion percentage, oh my God, I'm looking at it was only 61%. He had an 11 of 33 game against Utah.
Yeah, he blows. I don't want that guy unless his parents are here right now. I think he's pretty good.
He is a runner. He can run. You can do zone reads with him.
Yes. Oh my God, there's Mr. Sorsby over there.
Who played high school football in Texas, in Dallas. So
he's
well coached.
I didn't.
He's an interesting guy. Started his career at Indiana, which is interesting too. Hoover to me is the better one, but Sorsby, I think he can do better than Cincinnati. But again, I'm not sure if he's a guy that Hoover. I think has a really higher ceiling than Sorsby.
Hugie, let's bring it up here. It almost was one of the worst American sports tragedies in the history of sports tragedies yesterday averted. The Sharon Moore thing, the more you look into it, that is it's just a human tragedy, man. And thank God he didn't do what was purported that he was getting ready to do. Thank God that did not happen.
Yeah,
wow.
That is, 30,000-foot view, Michigan, for a school that holds itself, we're not like anybody else, we're better. Boy, they've had a lot of controversy the last 5 years. You'd think they were in the SEC, for goodness sake. But you're right, when you get it more granular, Sharon Moore, this could have been, as salacious as it is, it would have become salacious to the nth degree if some of those reported things had indeed happened. But I think the big takeaway for me is that Michigan, all the controversy they've had, that's that's a haughty program. They're a little bit above everybody else, but really they're not. They're as sort of greasy as every other athletic program. Let's get serious.
Kind of a joke, Bino, when you think about it. That's kind of a joke. They cheated to win the national championship. They called this guy in August and his girlfriend and asked them, "Are you having an affair?" They knew they were. So they had a little hold card on the guy all year. They knew they could play it at the end of the year. Eventually, she talked and said to them, I kind of fibbed to you back in August. Basically, after he broke up with her. That's how the story goes.
One report said that she was going to get either fired or moved to a different department for much less pay, and that's when she said, you can't do that because I will go public. That's at least, I saw that.
Wow.
Saying that.
Wow.
But, you know, she got like a $40,000 raise in the off season.
I bet she did.
She's a $90,000 a year staff administrator in football. So
not bad work if you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, you do sort of. Part of me is, again, the journalist in me is like this school, which puts itself above everybody else. The whole Michigan man ethos. Maybe that ethos is not a good one. But the human part of me, Sharon Moore's married with 3 daughters.
Awful.
And they're all young. And
heartbreaking.
You're seeing this play out in the very public way about your father, who's in jail. That stuff. Yeah, that's bad. You feel bad.
I feel extremely bad for everyone involved, Mike, and but just back to the Michigan man thing.
What a joke.
It's probably the area that I grew up in, but I have an unhealthy dislike for the Big Ten. And I've always thought that instead of legends and leaders, their two divisions up there should have been the Sadducees and the Pharisees.
As the great Mike Hugan is presented by our friends, bow thy head when you say thy name at Gufan Moving and Storage, because you will be bowing thy head once you use the great Tom Gufan and Gufan Moving and Storage. I'm talking about incredible people. I'm talking about they've been at it since 1887. I'm talking about it's time for the Gufan Moving and Storage Mover of the Week, as crowned by the great Mike Hugan. And look, times have changed. Equipment may have changed, but Gufan Moving and Storage, a tradition of quality moving and storage, remaining the same for 138, going on 139 years. Interpersonal, personal relationships with their thousands and thousands of area customers. Online at GufanMovingAndStorage.com. Shout out to Taylor. He the 5th generation. Secure vaulted storage, newest offerings, commercial storage, logistics, offer receiving, storage, delivery services for all your business logistic needs. Gufan Moving and Storage. Shout out to Tom. Hope you have a great Christmas season. And without further ado, Hugie, crown it for us.
Yeah, I think this week's big. Miami didn't play, but they moved up, and they're in the playoff. And to me, that's by far the best first-round game. Texas A&M, Miami in College Station. Two teams that pride themselves on being physical at the line of scrimmage. I think the big difference is Marcel Reed has mobility. Carson Beck is a lawn chair in the pocket. So if I'm Cassius Howell, and if I'm Mike Elko, I'm looking at ways to get Cassius Howell unleashed in the backfield, unload on Beck. And when Beck is pressured, he makes numerous bad decisions. So, both these teams want to run the ball first, hit the big play in the passing game, but the difference is Marcel Reed has mobility and Carson Beck doesn't. But again, Miami did not play. They're sitting at home, and they make it to the playoff, which is frankly incredible. And for me, the biggest mover of the whole year is Indiana. I mean, Indiana is the number 1 seed in the college football playoff. Indiana. I mean, this is, talk about incredible sports stories.
Yep.
10 years, heck, 5 years ago, you could have said that. And, what are you talking about? You're on drugs. But no, here they are. I think Fernando Mendoza is going to win the Heisman. Indiana's a great story. Signetti is proof that there are great coaches everywhere. I think I said on your show last week, Will Stein, the new Kentucky coach. In 2019, this dude was an offensive coordinator at a high school in Austin, Texas, Lake Travis. And now he's the head coach of an SEC school. That's a pretty big move as well.
Yep.
In 6 years, you go from being not a head coach at a high school level, an offensive coordinator, and 6 years later, you're the head coach of an SEC school.
Hey, and to young coaches out there, dreams come true. And here's the other thing. It's the age of the Latino quarterback, because you got Pavia and you've got Mendoza up there on that dais. And you never thought we'd see that, Beanstar. 2 Latino quarterbacks up there on that stage.
No,
it's amazing.
Everything is different.
Yep. All these things we thought we knew.
Scrambled.
Yeah, everything is just absolutely in scramble mode. Hugie, on the way out, I love you. I appreciate you. Is there anything worth looking at this weekend, college football-wise, in your humble opinion?
Well, Army-Navy, the pageantry and all that kind of stuff. But I still can't believe North Dakota State last week, the
Awesome.
preeminent program by far in FCS.
Awesome
loses a
story.
home game to an Illinois State team that threw 5 interceptions.
Yes.
And Illinois State still won. So unbeaten and number 1 seed North Dakota State is out after its first game, which makes the FCS playoffs all the more interesting. And there's a lot of really good football players at that level. Just tune in tomorrow on ESPN Plus or whatever and watch some of these players. There's a lot of really good linemen, some nice skill position
I
guys.
love that level of ball.
Plus, it's cool football because these are all home games.
Yep.
These are on-campus games where it gets, folks get riled up. So that's fun for me. That's kind of stuff that's fun for me to watch.
In really cool environments, in really cool stadiums that are really fan-friendly. It's a great level of football. It's played in the weather a lot, which is a lot of fun as well. And up there in that big sky country, when you watch those games, boy, they're bigger men than I am, Bino, because there's no way in hell I'd sit out there in 20-degree weather, sit through snow, sleet, and rain, and watch a football game.
To that one North Dakota State fan I met up there in Minneapolis before a Yankee Twins baseball game, Bison.
The guy got all over Bino. Bino said, I like the bison. And the guy goes, hey, genius, it's the bison.
What?
The guy clapped at him, Hugie.
He should be impressed that someone knew his school, for God's
Thank
sake.
you.
So,
Hugie, you're the man. Yeah.
Your Villanova guys are there. You know that, right?
Oh, God.
They're in the quarterfinals.
Hugie,
they
I'm
play Tarleton State tomorrow, which I didn't know until last week was a Texas A&M system school.
Really?
Hugie, you're about to find out that all Philadelphia schools are not looked at the same.
I grew up a Temple fan. We despise Villanova. They're the Duke of my world, brother. Hey, thank you, man. Good talking to you.
This week. Thanks.
Much love to you. Thank you. So we're live at Corner 16. We're at Northshore at Pellissippi Parkway. It's absolutely outstanding. The great Earl Anderson in the mix and in the hunt. And some of the all-time greats in Knoxville are in here today. I got Doinks in the house. I got W. Lynn in the house. I got the great Billy Jarvis in the house. Tommy Boy Marine, Bino. And what's our server's name, Bino?
Nominee.
And what's the gal sitting behind the bar, Bino? Lauren. And then we've got also in the hunt and in the mix with us, and in the mix and in the hunt. We also have, there are several folks here in the mix and in the hunt. So it's just an absolutely great day to be alive and well. Corner
Coach
16.
Fulmer's in the house.
Oh, wow. It's a who's who. Beanstar, from your perspective, your thoughts on that schedule. Your thoughts on the 12-game schedule, Beanstar.
It is finally designed the way that I've wanted to see our schedule for years and years and years. We play our 3 non-conference games right off the bat.
Yep.
And then we got 9 straight conference games. And the home schedule is as attractive as any that I can ever remember since the first year that I sat in the seats I sit in today that enclosed the north end zone prior to the 1980 football season. And in that season, they brought in Georgia, they brought in USC, they brought in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
A who's who of teams rolled into the stadium that we played that year.
That's pretty interesting because that does rival that. I mean, you don't get a home schedule like this. You know, I bet Danny White's sitting there going, could I do a 2-for-1 this fall? Do I get everybody to sign up under my terms for the next 2 years? Because the following year, when it flips, it's not as attractive. And that's what's going to happen across all these across the league. You wonder if they do a 2-for-1 because that's an incredible home schedule next year. Utterly incredible. So we'll come back on the other side. It's utterly outstanding. As we're live to you, making it happen here. We are at your corner 16 here at Northshore. W. Lynn's fired up, folks, prepared. W. Lynn's fired up, folks, getting autograph opportunities. We're going to take a brief time out and come back with more on the other side. Listen, I want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. I want your thoughts on the Jim Noles hire now that it's been digested. We kind of gone through the good and the bad to that and trying to present.
Yeah.
I'm of the mindset that it's a risk worth taking. It's going to take the guy a year. But here's the question. When it's going to take the guy a year, here's the question. Are our fans going to be patient, and are they going to be understanding that it's going to take a year? Russell Smith, I was on with Russell yesterday at the drive. Tony, what do you mean? This guy's making $11 million next year, or $10 million or whatever. You going to be patient with that? Was he going to get like half his pay? And we're going to be patient. We're going to punt a football season. Russell says, why can't this guy just warp his defense down since he's going to have a bunch of transfers and coach accordingly? Do you agree with Dubsy?
First of all, I think whatever his worst is going to be better than what we saw last year. So I'm not sure fans are going to have any patience going forward. I also saw where Jim Noles has basically made the statement that he understands that his defense is complicated, and he may need to change a little bit of the way going forward. So we'll see. You know, coaches are pretty hard-headed.
Yes, they are.
And they're set in their ways, and ones that have been as successful as him, it's understandable why they are.
JM's a hard-headed coach.
But I don't think there's going to be – I think – I loved Big Josh's call yesterday.
Yes.
It was patience. Patience. We've already had patience. Time for patience is gone. So, no, I don't think fans are going to be patient, Tony, but I believe his defense is going to be good enough to where that's not going to be the big sticking issue.
But there is no nuance, right, to this. That's why we present what we presented.
Yes, absolutely.
And then our guy from Ohio State said yesterday, if left to this guy's own devices, if you don't manage him as a head coach, he'll come out with some real complicated – he likes to be a mad scientist. Yeah. And sometimes he can get what's the term, Bino? Too cute for his own good, or what's the way we would look at that? Too involved, too over his own skis.
Yeah,
is that would be the
And he's
gonna have to manage him.
I mean, we've seen Josh change a whole lot.
Yeah,
but I'll be surprised if he sticks his head in that defensive room a whole lot.
Yeah, I agree.
So Jim Knowles is going to do what Jim Knowles wants to do.
You know, I agree with that. And, and the Knowles guy, again, he's, he's kind of one of my Philly boys. So
here's the thing with me, Tom.
Yeah, I like the guy being
I think it's an excellent hire.
It's a grand slam.
As I said off the top,
yep.
Until Josh Heupel can hire outside the human race, there's going to be some red flags. I don't care who you bring in here.
I mean, look at the Michigan men. You know, you and Hugie are right about that. I haven't really – it's such a human tragedy that I haven't even thought about the Michigan being better than you aspect of this. But, boy, they're better than you, aren't they?
It's questionable.
And between them and Michigan State had some heinous stuff that's going on there. Penn State's had some heinous stuff that's going on their campus.
The worst thing that ever happened.
For a league that purports – what they have the league – what did you say their divisions were used to be called?
Leaders and Legends.
I mean, that's pretty ostentatious. Those are some arrogant folks.
There's been some legendary stuff happen up there, I'll tell you that.
How about our boy JM, Bino? in the mix and in the
JM's
hunt.
looking good, looking fit.
Great coach.
Healthy.
Great young coach in our local area.
Got on Chuck Taylor's. That done.
Are they available, JM, or do you got to buy them online, the Chuck Taylors? West Town Mall? All right. I might have to go get me a pair of those kicks. Have you tried putting on some canvas lately, Bino?
No, it's been a long time, Tom.
Come back on the other side. Want to hear from you at 865-200-5402. Are you making any wagers on the activity this weekend, Bino, in college football?
I am. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Would you like to order a little lunch with me, Bino?
I'm good today, Tony. I appreciate it, but I am
Really?
good. Yeah, I'm good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Take a brief time out. We come back. Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. You're good people. Thank you, brother. Uh-oh.
Wow.
You guys were in Grieve together, Bino.
Absolutely. Yeah, killed a bush.
Bernard King on the 6th floor?
Yeah, Bernard. They moved Bernard into Grieve because he was suspended for the fall quarter.
Those are good old days.
Yeah, because he was suspended for the fall quarter, so they moved him out of Gibbs Hall and into Grieve Hall.
And he killed the bush.
Yeah.
And he was RAing.
I was in the elevator with Bernard. He's coming down. Bernard had a piece of paper up against the back of the elevator writing. I said, "Hey, Bernard, what are you doing?" "I'm writing a paper." "When's it due?" "Right now."
As we take a brief time out. Thank you, brother. That is great. That is an awesome, awesome story. Wow. I love when people sit around and tell old school stories about the innocent era. That wasn't so innocent, but still. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the gifts. It's a beautiful thing. We take a brief time out. We come back with more. We're live today with you. We're at the corner 16, Northshore, Pellissippi Parkway. It's an all-star kind of day as we continue on the other side right after this.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
It's the hottest postgame show on the planet. Garza Law, 5th quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the Volunteer State by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka. Distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm gonna hop online and I'm gonna get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our Gold Bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama ZZ approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey there, Basilio crew. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. The holiday season is here, and if your plans include unwrapping your new home, then take advantage of less competition and motivated sellers while others are out fighting over parking spots at the mall. Smart buyers are out snagging deals on great homes, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and as always, go Vols!
T to the B back with you. It's like an all-star. It's just an all-star day out here. I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, it's sort of unbelievable. I mean, Tanja's in the house. It's, Bino, what do we do here, man? We're having us a party.
Yes, we are.
We're over here, Bino. We're over in this town. I mean, when the great Tom Marine shows up, Doink's got his school closings. I just met a guy named Keelan over there. Keelan, shout out to you. This guy said he's listened for 20 years, Bino. You know what that is? That's a lot of burned brain cells. You consume this content for 20 years, and you're able to still identify yourself by your name.
That's either dedication or poor judgment.
Something.
Thank you so much.
But we're going to go back to the phones. So now that you see it on paper, SEC doing the right thing, Spike Lee going to 9 league games, Bino, now that we see it on paper.
Absolutely, no question.
Are we for it or are we against it now that we see it on paper, Beanstar?
No question. I'm for it. I'm a fan that wants to see good football games.
Let's go to the phones, get as many people in here as we can, as humanly possible today. That is the absolute. This is royalty right here. How you doing, Bruce? Good to see you, man. You look great, man. God bless you, brother. Great Bruce Wilkerson, Beanstar. You look great, man. Let's get Mariano. Hey, we could use. You don't think old Bruce? Like you could use Bruce Wilkerson these days.
Man, are you kidding me?
Huh?
Are you kidding me?
Huh?
Loudon's on.
Go. Miss a day, miss a lot. Let's go back to our phones and get Mariano in here. Riano, welcome in. You're in the mix and in the hunt with us as we getting ready to go over this 9-game schedule for next year.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
Hello, Mariano.
Hey, Mariano, welcome in, brother.
Man, if you had Bruce and Harry Galbraith, that'd be golden, guys.
Wouldn't it though?
Moving the markers, brother. Moving the markers.
Yep, no doubt. Moving those chains. Tony, looking at the schedule, all I can say is you better be tooled up and you better be coached up because it's a. I mean, I love it though. I mean, that's why you're a competitor. You want to play the best, and you want to play.
Yep.
Where you don't have to worry about trying to give tickets away or whatever. I mean, that's going to be what's the best home schedule ever. There's no doubt.
Ever. Bino says the only one that rivals it, Bino, is when?
1980. I'd have to pull it back up to remember exactly.
Southern Cal. Yep.
Southern
Pittsburgh.
Cal, Georgia Pitt.
Yep. Herschel Walker, Pitt in all his glory. That's a pretty damn hard schedule right there.
Absolutely.
And we paid the price.
We were that year, though. I hope we're
I hope so.
1980.
I hope so.
And true.
Guys, on Jim Noles,
yep,
I'm absolutely elated. I mean, if there is a bullet, I mean, there's no perfect coach, but I mean, if you had to say who would be the most ready to do it, and we need it done next year, and then immediately, I think it would be him. And the reason I say that is, Tony, you were bringing it up. Will it take him a year or two to get it going? But if they allow him to bring in the coaches who he knows, who know his system, allow him to get some players out of the portal that fit his system, then I think we'll see it sooner than later. I remember back, and Bino will remember this, and you too, Tony, probably, in 1985 when they brought Coach Donahue in. It took a game or two. UCLA gave us a little trouble, but he tightened the screws down, and we saw improvement throughout the season. And by the end of the year, I put RD up against anybody's. What do you think, Bino?
Yeah, I mean, they say Mariano. Some of the things they say about this guy is he's probably not going to bring anybody with him.
That's what he
does.
He's not
a great interpersonal relationship guy, so he doesn't kind of have people who come with him.
Right.
And it has taken him a year at most places that he's been, but he had the very best resume out there. He's easily a huge upgrade from what we had seen. And he's done it in 4 different conferences. I'm elated with the hire.
And you know what, Mariano, the thing because I was doing the research into this, when he came to Ohio State, he didn't bring anybody with him, which was really strange. So he used what they had on their staff, and then he did the exact same thing at Penn State. At Penn State, he brought 2 low-level, like what you would call I can never forget. Remember the
analytics guys.
Analyst,
the
analyst,
guys.
yeah. And I would imagine, maybe those guys follow him here, but it just seems like this guy kind of marches to his own drum beat.
I'll be surprised, though, guys, if there's not some more staff changes on the defensive side. That's just my opinion.
Who would you think, Mariano? Who would you think if they were listening right now, you would hope be renting rather than owning?
Well, Willie is number one. He's always been number one on my list, and Mark Rick.
Why? He does a nice job. Willie developed players, man.
I'd say if there's a guy that I think that you may change, and I don't think it's so much about performance. It's just that I think that Jim Noles is a linebacker coach. So I would think that he would probably handle that role here, and he might. Inge may go somewhere else, and they may fill a secondary position.
Inge is fun.
I could see that. Guys, I think the one guy that they definitely have to change, and I've preached this for a while. It's Kurt Schmidt, and I understand his contract's up, and it's not been renewed at least yet. So
that's a strength and conditioning guy, right? Strength and conditioning guy, Mariano. Okay.
Yeah, he is. He's over it. Yes. Yeah.
And his contract does end in January.
Of the three guys on campus, Mariano, the basketball team, the baseball team, the football team, the baseball team and the basketball team look like they could beat up the football team. Probably not a good sign.
No, it's not.
Not a good sign. Not a good sign, Tony. Guys, let me give you an interesting tidbit. I talked to my cousin. I got a cousin that lives in Williamson County, and he knows someone. Well, you know how this story goes. He knows someone, but his neighbor is good friends with the parents of Taylor Wine, who plays at Oklahoma. Are you guys familiar?
I'm not.
He's originally played high school ball at Nolensville. I went back and looked him up after he called me. He called me and told me this. Look for him to maybe be in the portal, and he was a very low recruited kid coming out. I mean, maybe a 3-star max. But if you watch the Tennessee-Oklahoma game, he's number 44, the big, tall, white Caucasian end that they had on defense. Played with his hair on fire. I think he's like 6'5", 270 or something like that now. And I think in high school, he was one of those kids that really spurted once he got into college.
Mm-hmm.
And look for him to maybe jump in the portal. And if you're the closest comparison that I could draw to him, and speaking of Jim Noles and Taylor Wine's game, was the Sawyer kid that played for Ohio State last year.
Wow!
But go back and look at. Well, you'll see him a week from Friday. But go back and look at some of his tape this year against us and other teams. The kid's just a great player. He's got a great motor. So
Taylor
keep that one in
Wine.
mind.
I'm writing it down. W-I-N-E. Is that W-I-N-E?
W-E-I-N, but it's spelled. But they pronounce it Wine.
They pronounce it Wine.
Okay.
All right, W-E-I-N.
Yep.
Taylor Wine. Look him up, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, with the transfer portal, anything and everything is possible.
Yes.
I do think it bears repeating what Mike Hugan had said when I asked him, and Hughie's a sicko, so about quarterbacks. He goes, well, if I'm looking at their offense, first guy I'd go get is the guy whose offensive coordinator at TCU just left. It just so happens to be the first guy that they went and met with last year on a Saturday. The Nico thing happened on a Friday. They were already meeting with Hoover on Saturday. Hoover is the very first guy. Then they went to the Kansas State guy. Then they went to the Illinois guy. And we were told by a guest this week that the guy that covers the Illini, that Tennessee was going to more than double the salary of that kid, and he stayed there.
Yeah.
Which,
good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. But the kid could have been a Joey football legend. Hello? Welcome in. Who's this? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Who's this?
Hey, Tony?
Yeah.
That's Mariano still.
Go ahead, Mariano. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tony, one more thing. Since you guys out there, let me give a high recommendation. You guys get the lemon box cheesecake out there. It's my favorite dessert for Mama and everybody. See you next Friday.
You're the man. Thank you, brother. See you there. We'll be at the Smoky Mountain Brewery in beautiful Maryville. I didn't know whether we had dismounted with Mariano or not, Beanstar. So apparently we didn't, and there you go.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and go back to our phones. Without further ado, let's get Luke and the Hunting in the mix with us. Luke, welcome in.
Tony B, how you doing, man?
Hey, Luke, good to talk to you, brother.
Good to be talked to. I finally got a little break in the action in my semester. I'm done. I got one more semester left of grad school, and then off into the working world.
What are you studying in grad school?
How can Luke grad school?
What are you studying, Luke, in grad school?
I'm a music performance major.
Nice. What music performance? What instrument?
I sing. I'm a baritone.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Do you play anything? Do you play piano?
Not very well. It's required for music students, but
right.
I do church gigs for drums every now and then.
Nice, man. What other instruments do you play?
I played euphonium in 6th grade.
That's cool. I've been there before.
Well, I don't know how exactly to feel about the Jim Noles hire. If we're talking about, like, I think there are Ohio State fans running counterintelligence on social media saying that he's not, like, the greatest, the best thing since sliced bread, and we need to temper our expectations. My expectations are tempered. If it is anything, surely to God, anything's got to be better than Tim Banks, right? Right.
Well, let me tell you something. Tim Banks on January 1st of 2027, he might fog that mirror up, Bino, or 2026 rather. Was there anything going on with that guy at halftime of that game against Vanderbilt? Did they do anything differently, Bino? Anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
To quote Bino, this guy could go out there, scramble the board, have everybody completely confused to the point where they don't even know if they're playing football or Chinese checkers, and they're still going to be better than they were last year. I agree with that.
When watching his defenses, man, I don't know if I'm watching football or Chinese checkers.
Poor Tim Banks, man.
And on the topic of Tim Banks' defense, I was listening in on Monday, and I do have to congratulate. Because when he got fired, he served some pretty nice defense for you guys to stop talking about the Life Championship for the rest of the show. And,
we were getting ready to get into the Life Championship. It was getting ready to be a thing. Familia. It was getting ready to be a thing. And listen, here's the thing. You're the keeper of the Life Championship.
Yeah.
Now, what have we...
Here and I have to set the record straight.
What have we decided here? Because... Go ahead.
I thought about it since Monday. And there are a couple of options, but there's only one that I'm going to really go with. So, option A was winner take all between Miami and Texas A&M, being the only two guys to beat Notre Dame this season. That would be a good matchup. However, Texas A&M did not have the Life Championship this year. Only Miami did. So it's a good idea in concept, but I ended up sidelining that one. There was another idea to give possession back to Stanford because they were the ones that last had it before Notre Dame. Well, true, that does seem all right and good. They lost. They lost clean. Now, this is the bad option, but it's the one I'm sticking with. Notre Dame, we need a heel in this deal, right? This thing, it's already wrestling. We need a heel in this deal, and nobody likes Notre Dame to begin with. And if you do, well, you're salt of the earth. Nobody
I bet they
likes
cheer.
Notre Dame.
I bet those are the same people that like cheer for John Cena. But continue.
Well, he's retiring, so we're all kind of cheering for him. But we're kind of sick and tired of Notre Dame and the ADs. The ADs are freezing up on schedules, which I thought was okay. Sure, they're just going to find other games to play, but whatever floats their boat, it won't stop it. But Notre Dame's throwing around their way, and they're like, "Oh, we have this memorandum of understanding." So I think, and this will go on my type up, in the coming days, that Notre Dame will retain for the remainder of the off season will retain the Life Championship. This is
all right. Let me tell you what I advocate. Yes. No, Bino. Let me tell you what I advocate, because this kid's got it all wrong, and he can snicker at me all he wants.
He doesn't have it all wrong. He is the keeper.
I know.
What are you talking about?
He's been tracking the Life Championship. How many times has it changed hands, the Life Championship, since our head coach, Butch Jones, spoke it into existence?
We're talking since the last time he asked me. That was about like 27, 25. It's about maybe 30-something, because it changed.
30-something times. Yep. Now
yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Life. Here's what I want with the Life Championship. All right. Here's the thing I want with the Life Championship. Jones spoke it into existence. He spoke it into existence after something that happened in Nashville. He said, "You people get all over my team. Let me tell you something. They are champions of life." I want, with Notre Dame not answering the bell this year in bowl season, it needs to go right back to the University of Tennessee. It needs to be on the line in the Music City Bowl. And I'll do you one better. I want to do the show from down there, and we have a trophy afterwards and do a presentation. Maybe we get I'll get Barry over here. He says he'll design the logo. Barry Armstrong, he wants to design the logo for it, and we'll do like a blue-faced Butch Jones on one side, a red-faced on Butch Jones on the other side, an orange-faced Butch Jones. You can have like a four-sided, like a different thing. Yeah, he's already designed the logo. Listen, you putting that thing on mothballs for the off-season, young man. Congratulations to you for graduating and everything you're doing. That's a disgrace. No offense to you. Bino, what do you vote for? I want that thing on the line in Nashville. Let's make it happen.
With all due respect to Luke,
yep,
I think the Life Championship is like a prison beauty contest.
Yep.
I don't want to win it. I don't want to hold it. I don't want anything to do with it from whence it started. I don't want an opportunity to win it. I want Notre Dame to keep it for perpetuity.
Keelan, what do you say? I want it on the line in Nashville. What do you say? No, Keelan doesn't want it. You guys don't want it?
No, we don't want anything to do with it.
He makes a fair point to keep it on a mothball so that we don't get it back. But Bino, hi, by the way. Tony actually comes from a place of education here, because if you would have read the previous type-up, you would see that most of the time these national champions end up being or becoming life champions themselves, or conference champions.
It's a really good sign, Bino, when you get that life championship. See, Bino hasn't studied. Now, Bino, now that we say that, what do you say, Bino? Yeah?
It's not clean. It's not clean. We need to get this thing back. It needs to be clean. It needs to be the real deal. It doesn't need to be the Intercontinental Belt. It doesn't need to be U.S. This needs to be the big gold, man. We got to get this thing back and get it clean.
Thank you, my man. Good talking to you. I'm going to put a thing up next week on Twitter. We're going to vote. Notre Dame keeps it in the mothballs. Notre Dame kicks it back to Miami, and then they put it on the line in a playoff game, Miami and Texas A&M, which would be kind of fun to see either one of them be the life champion, or it goes back to the Vols. Keelan surprised me. I'm going to let him speak for Vol Nation. You really don't want the life championship, Bino?
Tony, I was in the studio the day that he said it. I was in the studio the day that he told us
you got urinated off,
we
man.
Should be happy to be snapped. 9-3.
You snapped, Bino. You freaked out that day.
I don't want anything to do with that. Matter of fact, if you put it up in the Music City Bowl, I might cheer for Illinois to win that thing instead of us.
That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard. 865-200-5402. This man sitting next to me is a complete and total simpleton, ladies and gentlemen. Bino, Jeff Henderson. Hey, we've got a great crowd in here today. And
where's Brad?
Where's Brad at?
Brad comes in here, who set us up in here. And there's like 5 or 6 people. He goes,
the place wasn't open yet.
Yeah, he goes, you got your 3 listeners here, I see. You got your 3 listeners. Brad, you're a clown. Corner 16 Northshore, Pellissippi Parkway. What a great sense of fellowship in here, the way this place is set up. And Lauren and Nominee are taking great care of you. And Nominee, you're sweet. And we'll take a brief time out and come back with more after this. Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company-paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we are the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our tryouts last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care, I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
The season of giving reminds us of what truly matters, community and connection. Hi there, Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. As the year closes, I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you, my Basilio family clients. Thank you for trusting me with your most important decisions. Whether it was finding your first home or successfully closing a chapter, your trust means everything. I look forward to new and continued relationships through the new year, and feel free to reach out to me at 865-694-5904 or nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and of course, go Vols!
Basilio here with my buddy, Connexial Kristen.
Hey Tony, good to see ya. Connexial builds fleet technology that helps transportation and logistics companies win big. Live GPS, easy ELD and compliance tools, AI dash cameras, and asset tracking, all backed by the #1 U.S. customer support team. Want a better playbook for your operations? Visit Connexial.com/Tony. That's KONEXIAL.com/Tony. Connexial, built for drivers, trusted by fleets, and proud Vol fans.
Chi-Town Trey just brought me for Christmas one of the nicest things I've ever seen. Bino.
He's bearing gifts. Brought me a baseball, big power tee on it.
He got me an autographed Mike Schmidt baseball bat, Beanstar.
That is so beautiful.
I mean, that thing is, it says Big Stick on it, Bino.
The Big Stick.
Anybody ever called you Big Stick in your life?
Absolutely not.
An autographed bat. Utterly beautiful. Utterly, absolutely.
Thank you, Trey. Appreciate you, man.
You're a good man, brother. Thank you, man. He gave me a tour of Chicago and took us to Wrigley Field and the whole thing. And when he was living in Chicago, and he said, I remember you wearing a Schmidt jersey. And somewhere Matt Dixon's going, what kind of a grown man wears a jersey to a baseball game? Is Matt Dixon our curmudgeon, Bino?
Oh, yes. Yes, he's been a curmudgeon since, I don't know, he's 19 years old.
Is he as fun as he sounds on here, Bino?
Oh, yeah.
Back to the phones we go. Let's get Rob in here, who's up next. Rob, welcome in on a Friday where we're hanging out with friends at Corner 16 here, North Shore. And I want to thank these folks for having us out today. As we're North Shore and Pellissippi Parkway. Next week, we're going to be live Smoky Mountain Brewery in beautiful Maryville, God's country, a few more miles up the road. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony. This is kind of a catch-up call because earlier this week, I kind of wanted to call in earlier, didn't have an opportunity. But my message to Notre Dame is simple. Get in a blanking league, you blanking clown. And they went 0-2. That was their schedule this year. They went 0-2. You had some calls that night about, after we lost the basketball game, and we talked about how critical these games are in the early season because the SEC schedule is so weak. That's the same argument and same belief system that I have on Notre Dame football. Your schedule looks like it's made in 1924, and so and that would be a great schedule of heavyweights in 1924. But you're not playing anybody now, and I'm sorry, that's just the truth. You went 0-2.
You know what I wonder, guys? I wonder if Notre Dame's getting frozen out by schools that are no longer scheduling them. I wonder if they're going to run into that. I wonder if this is a concerted effort by the big boys. When you look at their schedule. I wonder if it's a concerted effort by the big boys to say to them, either get in a league or get left behind.
I think it is.
Because why would I play
believe it
you?
is happening.
Why would I give you oxygen to play you when you're not contributing to the thing?
Tony, their position changed, and they need to understand this.
Yes.
For the longest time, they were a draw to college football. They were the legendary
The draw.
group. They were the
Yep.
They were the Harlem Globetrotters of college football. But now they're competing for the manna. They're competing for those playoff spots. And when you give them those playoff spots basically on an unequal basis, then I'm going to tell you it becomes cutthroat. So where you had friends before, you don't have friends. They need to get in the league. And they could have been in the ACC this year. I mean, seriously. They would have won that Central deal.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And at that juncture, we'd sit there and go, well, your conference sucks, but, hey, at the same time, you did win it. And, and I think that right there gets them over the hump. But I'd like to also, if I can, say that Kalen DeBoer next Saturday will be the Michigan coach. And think how this falls, because Michigan's actually kind of in a catbird seat. Alabama doesn't really probably have a team. Even though it's 3 times in a row for Oklahoma, I still think that Alabama team is not quite engaged. Plus, you talk about somebody who really could use a clock restart because he's still a viable commodity. This would be a lateral move for him. He has more of a Big Ten fit feel anyway. DeBoer would probably be better in the Big Ten. And they have that Friday night game. This all seems, to me, that's kind of a stars align. And then I think in a lot of ways, Michigan took this opportunity. And I say, look, you're right, Tony, before I say anything further, this is a human tragedy. But, hey, sometimes don't let a bad thing go to waste. And in this case here, they get a chance to clean out all the garbage they had with that national championship. And by making a big hire, a big coaching hire here, I honestly think this is probably a window that Kalen DeBoer can sit there and just make all the money he has. I don't really know, besides being picked by Nick Saban, as the heir to be, what keeps him at Alabama. And in all honesty, you have if you go to Michigan, you have 2 games, 3 games on your schedule.
You're a total hero. Look. Think about if you're DeBoer. You're the guy right now following a legend. You're never going to be good enough. If you go up there right now to Sharon Moore, and you go at this time, you'll be seen as their Josh Heupel. They will see you as the guy that restored order. They will see you as the guy, even if you just perform like you performed at Alabama, say to a 9-3, 10-2 clip, you are heroic.
Yes.
Up there if you do that. Because truly that's what they need. And really, he needs to get out of Alabama. We've been around here a long time, Bino. If I say to you, Kellen DeBoer, 2 more years at Alabama, you buying, selling, or trading that? I'm
selling that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this guy better get out while the getting's good. And I know he's recruited well. He just doesn't fit there. He doesn't look right there. There's something about him and that just doesn't work.
Here's the thing. This SEC and the old WCW wrestling seem to have a lot of the same draws and feels to it. He doesn't have any of that wrestling feel to him.
No, he doesn't.
By the way, real quick, Rick, I kind of want to give you a life championship motto from Ric Flair. Ric Flair stated, "Ladies, I'm sorry none of you could be the first, but you could be the next." I think that right there becomes the champion of life motto right there. But my thing here is that with this guy right now, Kalen DeBoer is. God, is it bad to say he's classier than the Alabama job? And
I think that's accurate. I think it's a great way of putting it.
I don't mean to be disparaging because, look, I love SEC football and I love my rivals because I hate my rivals. But at the same time, you're not that position. I mean, I don't know, Kalen DeBoer. I don't know you. I don't know where you fit in the SEC. You would feel like that's the guy who would be at Stanford, where they don't have as much talent, but by golly, they play the game, they execute better than anybody else. And that's kind of the feel you get from Kalen DeBoer. What I see right now is a coach that he's a fish out of water, and I just don't. He doesn't have that wrestling persona, which you kind of need in the SEC.
Thank you, my man. Good talking to you. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I think he's too sane and balanced.
There's something about him. He just doesn't fit that deal. And you can see they're going to swallow him, Bino.
One day that may be the case with Josh here. He just may be too sane and balanced.
Yeah. Because our fans complain about his countenance and his demeanor. And then some people were doing the whole appearance thing, which, look, if you judge me on my appearance, what would you think?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you what I think. There goes a rather wealthy, debonair, suave, Vinny Testaverde with no hair.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I told you before, I'll tell you again.
Yes.
The first time I looked at my new picture on that Real ID or whatever that thing is.
I got it too, Bino.
I will never, ever make fun of anyone's appearance again.
Damn straight.
I had up to that point. I will never do it again.
Damn straight. Because on my Real ID, if that's really what I really ID as, shh, I got no business talking about anybody's looks. Because that is one of the ugliest pictures. Staring back at me being on that Real ID. What is it about the Real ID camera?
I don't know.
You talk about a camera keeping it real.
It looks
when
like
you look back at that thing,
every one of them were taken at the police station.
Good night. All right, shout out to my friends at VIP Play. Look, the weekend's here. I won some money last night. Blood money. Bino would say, I told you yesterday that I was taking the Flyers to lose. They lost. They lost in overtime. But we got a loser point, just like I called. So I hit that, and I even played them to lose in overtime, which was a little more juice to me. But there's all kinds of great stuff going on this weekend. 200 leagues, live always, anywhere in the world. Our friends at VIP Play. Bet $20. You get $100 in bonus bets. The promo code and the phrase that pays is TN Tony. It's utterly outstanding. VIP Play. It must be 21 and over in the state of Tennessee to place a bet. And if you have a gambling problem, 800-889-9789 as we get ready to go back to our phones and get our next call in. And, Bino, we got to talk about the schedule at some point. We might hold it till Monday because time's a wasting. Kevin's up next with us, then Wings. Kevin followed by Wings. Kevin, hello.
Hey, man. Just Kevin in Muletown. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Kev. Good to talk to you, brother.
It's been since the Georgia week, so it's been a while. But hey, when I got you pulled up on my phone on like YouTube or something, I keep your picture away from my wife. I don't want her getting any ideas. You and Tony V. I just keep them. I hide your picture. So
how about that, Bino?
Don't need any ideas from the wife, man. We've been married 28 years. I don't need her.
Gaw.
Sounds like before and after stuff to me.
But man, I've told you this before. It's been a while, but I listen. I love you guys, man. I listen on my walk. I walk in the afternoon, so I listen to the replay. So I never really get to call in live or listen live, but you keep me entertained. But I was triggered yesterday by something what Colombo said, so I apologize for bringing up something from yesterday, but he kind of triggered me, man. I think Colombo has the memory of a crack baby because, he talked about delusional Tennessee fans when for 2 or 3 weeks he was on your show just recently screaming at you, Tony, yelling at you, saying that Kiffin wasn't going anywhere because, the timeline didn't fit. The timeline just didn't fit for him to leave. So I don't know if he remembers that or not, but I do.
Colombo.
You recall that?
I'm starting to think this Colombo guy is just a bit, man. He can't be for real. He's got
some good takes. I'll give him that.
Yeah. He jocked Nico last year like he was one of the member of the Nation of 3,000, Bino. The way he was talking about him after he left.
One of the amazing things about this...
The kid that wasn't leaving, man. He was not leaving.
He wasn't leaving.
The timeline, man.
I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the timeline. That's right. Why do you keep saying that? He'll never leave. He's not going to leave for the playoffs. It's done. It's done.
He wouldn't
It's
leave
done.
those kids. He just wouldn't leave those kids hanging like that.
He's an idiot. This Colombo guy.
Also, yesterday you were talking Christmas songs, and that Brenda Lee, she recorded that song, "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," at 13 years old. 13.
Let's freaking go, Bino. 13, and she's still with us.
Prodigy.
And she's got over 1 billion streams on that song. That is
It is
Mariah
my-
Carey's song, which I hate. It's
No.
over 1 billion streams.
The rockabilly version of that, there is no other. Kev, and I appreciate the call. Thank you in beautiful Muletown, and thank you for piling on in the Christmas spirit. Because when I go out here and I drive around Knoxville and folks in that Christmas spirit, when you get around that mall and you get that double-barrel bird when you pull out in front of somebody, it just brings out the best in all of us, doesn't it, Bino?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I mean, people just... You get around that mall on a Saturday and tell me what the Christmas spirit, Bino, is all about in our country.
I'll not be able to do that, Tony.
Before we go back to our phones, it's been utterly outstanding being here today. I want to thank my friends at Corner 16. We are going to vacate the premises. We will not be doing a Dos Equis winners and losers today. We will reconvene next week for a bowl special. Bino, I want you to be a part of our bowl special.
Okay.
Plus, through the end of the year, we're also going to do NFL bowl games, mix it all up, throw little hoops in there, and Nashville Lee, sharpen your pencil. In the meantime, let me bring in, without further ado, a man who earlier this week came back under wings. Welcome home, Joshy boy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Joshy
What's up,
boy.
Joshy
Welcome
boy?
in.
Tony, can you believe people are excited about this bowl game, the Music City Bowl? It doesn't mean anything. And Colombo had a decent point the other day when he said Joey Aguilar saved Tennessee from being a 5 or 6 win team. That's all he saved him from, because people get excited that we won 8 games this year. I give it a C effort this year is my grade. Losing 3 games at home is unacceptable.
Bino, does he sound under wings to you, or does he sound like he's mixing his metaphors here? What's Joshy boy done?
Yeah, I don't think he's under wing, Tone.
And I don't
think he's even in the nest.
And I don't think anybody thinks that losing 3 home games, Joshy boy, is acceptable. I'm not accepting of it.
What's Josh Heupel going to do next? Say that we're lost champions again, 2.0?
Joshy boy, you're really like, what are you, man? What's happened to you? Yeah,
Nothing.
you're going to the dark side. You're back on the dark side, man. Gosh, Joshy boy. Do you like anything tomorrow, Joshy boy, in college football? Are you on anybody?
I like that Washington team to tear Boise State's kingdom down.
How about Army-Navy game? You got to play in that?
Take the over.
What's the number in that game, Beanstar, you know?
Navy's 6.5. I don't know what the total is.
The total, last time I saw it, was about 35 or 38.5. The total.
We have a Navy fan in here. I'll tell you one thing about Navy. Navy gets downhill on you, brother. They
Yep.
mean business.
Yes, they do.
They will run you over, and I mean make you like it. Bino, we need to go to that game. You've been telling me for years we're going to go to that game.
Tony, the game's not generally in my backyard. It's in yours.
Yeah. Tony, well, you can tag me along. I'll go with you guys as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh? Say what?
So-
Say huh? Bad,
Yeah.
bad connection. Say.
I'll go with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joshy
Now,
boy,
I want
go
to
ahead.
close it out. I want to close it out with some basketball. Now, my
20
question for
seconds.
you, Dino, is Do you guys think Gillespie is a true point guard? Because I don't think he's a true point guard. He's more.
We'll talk about. We're going to break it down scientifically on Monday. Is Gillespie a true point guard? Bino, I want to begin with that on Monday. Do you have it? Do you want it? Let's just hold it.
All right.
Hold your thought.
I got it.
Hold your thought. Bino, thanks, man. Good seeing you.
Oh, good to see you, Tony.
I want to thank Lauren and Nominee for helping us out today here at Corner 16, along with Corwin. Outstanding. Thank you, brother. Brad, thank you for coming by. All these great listeners who have come by today. There's like royalty in the other room. All these Tennessee legends are in the other room. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? God, that slogan runs all over me. Taking a good song and ruining it. But the playbook with the great William Pattison on the way next. Bow thy head.
5.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local. Eat good. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gufon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too. Both residential